Okay, sorry, my camera turned off. So I was looking for something of a thinner quality, almost translucent, seeing what different types of plastic bags could blend what type of colors. And I started off with a clear bag, and this is the clear bag. Sorry. And I don't know if you can see, I had a mint green bag, and I cut that bag up. I took the handles, the stuff that we usually throw away, and cut it in small pieces and put it in between two pieces of clear plastic and ironed it. And this was the effect that I got. Just experimenting to see what type of different things we can do with the plastic bags that, you know, just pile up. This was, you can see my fingers through it. It was two pieces of clear, and I had wax. It was probably crayons mixed with candle wax, and I put the shavings in between the two pieces of plastic. And this is a mixture of yellow and green crayons and pieces of that mint green bag cut up. Okay. This one is just two pieces of clear with a very fine gold garland embedded in between two clear pieces of plastic. So I was just trying different things. You know, you can apply acrylic paints to these. And that would change the color also. Getting a little bit more complicated here. This was two pieces of clear plastic with green bag, mint green bag. There's pieces of red bag here. When you see those pieces, they are very opaque. Nothing, you know, the color really isn't going through. I mixed in pink shavings, and looks like purple shavings of crayons, and some blue. So, you know, I could see one using this in some flowers, or I don't know, maybe an underwater scene. The next one, this was the mint green bag, and I have just only two pieces of mint green bag, and in between the two pieces are shavings of yellow and green crayons. I think there were a couple of colors of green mixed in here, so it's just not two colors, but you can see that it becomes more complicated, and the texture, I don't know if you can really tell because this camera is not going to focus that well. I think I'm making it worse, but the texture is quite nice. Okay. Now this one is green, mint green, and a clear backing. I'm going to show you the difference. I don't know if you can see the difference. But this is mint green with just a clear backing, and this was the other one I showed you previously, so it looks a little thicker. So you can play with clear bags, one piece of clear plastic and one piece of color plastic, so it will give you different effects. So this was dark fuchsia, a teal, and some residual green and yellow from the previous swatch that I made. So this must have been left over on the parchment paper that I had. Or maybe I just cut them in. I think I just cut the shavings also and placed them in there. There's a bit of a light peach there. And once again, the texture, I don't know if you can see it. I like the texture that it builds up. My next experiment was with two pieces of yellow shopping bag, and I cut small pieces of fabric and I put the fabric, just sandwiched the fabric in between the two pieces of yellow. And I like the holes. I like the holes that it produces. That would be something that I would be going for. These could easily be leaves in a fall scene. You see the thread there. It was late at night, so I couldn't really experiment with all the ideas that I had in my mind, but I could see thread. Sandwiching pieces of yarn in between pieces of plastic, seed beads in between pieces of plastic. The next one was, this was actually had a lot of wording on it, and it was clear plastic with wording on it, and I said I want to get rid of the wording so it doesn't look like wording on the plastic. So what I did was, I started out with a flat piece of plastic, and I continued to crunch it and fold it in different areas, and then keep applying the iron on it so that the wording wasn't wording anymore. Like you just see a red design and a blue design. I have some still shots which I should be including right now, so you can see what the original piece looked like. So we're taking it one step further. So then I started working on that crunching idea and folding and wrinkling, and this piece was, let's see, what was this piece? It also had wording on it, and you can still see some of the wording right there, but I just started to just fold it and manipulate it and to get it as wrinkled as possible. And then when I thought it had enough wrinkles, I ironed it. So you actually see the folds in the plastic. This was a green and yellow on one side and green on the other, and it's very thin plastic and it's easy to manipulate, but when you get it to the consistency that you want with the wrinkles and the folds, you apply the heat to it and you'll have stationary wrinkles and textures that are not going anywhere. And in the daylight, let's see if I can get it, you can see those beautiful folds. Okay, and let's see, the next one I experimented with, it started off with this clear square, two pieces of clear plastic with fabric cut into small pieces again, and some crayon. The orange is the crayon, and then I just started to fold this to see if what type of effect would it give me. So this really looks like an acrylic skin in a way. It's okay, it's just, you know. And let's see, this was the next one, which I really kind of like. Too bad I don't know if the texture is really being shown, but I really like the texture on this side. This was nothing but white, two pieces of white plastic shopping bag. I cut up the fine gold garland in it again, and I melted blue, different shades of blue crayon in between. So I created a square, and then once I had the square, I folded it up and crunched it up and like the shape that I got, and then I ironed it again, which gave me this. Once again, I like the holes. I tried it one more time, two pieces of white. I melted yellow and shades of blue and shades of green in this, and I folded it and manipulated it until I thought I had enough folds and cracks and crevices, and then I applied the heat to it. Now I really like the texture on this one. I like that. On a mixed media piece, I think this would be really interesting. And the last one was nothing but the the handles that we cut off the plastic bags. So I had a whole bunch of them because I was cutting bags today. So I just took the handles and arranged them so that it created like a square. Like you could see that this is a bag from Seatown, a supermarket near me. And I just took the handles and melted them so that they formed a type of square or rectangle. I do think that there is some red crayon and some purple crayon in there. And then once again I manipulated it, I folded it, I you know, fashioned it into like a rope, and just kept crunching it and opening it until I thought I liked the shape, and that's what it came up with. Now I could easily see applying acrylic washes to these folded highly textured plastic skins, let's just say, because you know, you could put a pink to this or yellow, and just having these colors seep into these wrinkles, I think it would be quite interesting. Okay, so I just wanted to just document this, and when I have more time, there are a lot more pieces that I would like to embed into these plastic sheets. But I like this because you didn't need like 20 bags just to make one sheet. You know, you can take one bag and make several different sheets or skins, and you're using the bags up, because sometimes you get such tiny little bags and you know they're not really good for anything. So I'm looking forward to experimenting with other pieces to embed in between, eggshells, maybe some beads, more fabric, and then cutting that into strips and putting that on end to see how that looks. I can't think now. Black bags, see how black bags look, black and white bags. Just looking for different color bags now to see what color combinations you can come up with. So if you have those bags, small bags, little bags, clear bags, I know people do work with cereal bags, and you know they're stronger thickness than these bags, but you know, I just wanted to work with what I had, which was typical bags, and this is nothing but like a plastic bag that a pillow would come in. That's exactly what it was, a clear plastic bag that a pillow would come in. So I hope this is helpful to someone. I look forward to making a whole bunch of these. I just want to get all my pieces together first, because it can be a little bit time consuming if you're not organized. So get all your little embedded items that you want to experiment with first, and get your bags, and then you can get to it. Okay, have a great one. Bye.